Hi guys, it's Shelly. Today we're going to do a quick video on how to import multicolored images into Design Space so you can cut them as a layered image. Okay, so as you can see, we're just on our canvas screen. We're going to go over here to the left to upload images. Click Upload Image. Click Browse. And I'm going to just select this little flower. Now, this is really up to you and the projects that you're doing. For a lot of the projects I do, I find I normally like to use the complex feature, but unless you're doing something really detailed, usually you can get by with simple or moderately complex. You can see, depending on which ones you click on, the picture will change. Now, you don't necessarily have to worry about the colors showing up on your screen, because when you import them as cut images, you can change the colors. So, but what you do want to look at is the details within the image. But I am going to go ahead and stick with the complex. You guys can play around with different settings and find what works the best for you. I'm going to click continue, and I'm going to use the zoom out button up here to make this smaller so we can see what we're doing a little more. Okay, now from here you could just start working with your magic eraser or your magic wand. Magic eraser. I think I've been cleaning today. And getting rid of things, but we do that and you can see what we are left with. If, say, we just wanted to do the green for this layer, what we're left with is all these teeny tiny outlines we would have to go in and manually erase, and it's a lot easier if you don't have to do that. So let's go back to where we started, and I am going to come over here and click Advanced Options. Now, color tolerance is something that you're going to have to play around with. I'm still playing around with it some, but like Lisa said in the group, 75 or 100 is usually a good place to start. I'm going to set the color tolerance at 100 for this one. And then we want to look at the colors we have in our image. This image has yellow, pink, black, and green. So that's 4 different colors. So in reduce colors, I'm going to add 1 to that number. And so I am going to select 5. Okay, now as you can see, our background went all pink now, but that's okay because we're not keeping the background anyway. So with our magic wand, let's go in and erase all of that background and say that we want to import the stem and the leaves, so the green part on this layer. We want to get rid of everything that isn't green. There. As you can see, that time when we clicked on the black, there's no more fuzzy little lines up there, and we just have a nice clean image. You can click on the preview down here and you can see there are some little teeny tiny spots that it didn't catch. Right here, but not nearly as much as it would have been before. So we can just go in with our little eraser tool and get those little spots. I think we got them, but we can use our preview to make sure. Zoom out to make sure we're not missing anything. That looks good. Okay, so at this point, we've got our green. We're going to hit continue. We are going to click this image on the right because that will save it as a cut file. The one on the left will save it as a print file. So I'm going to call this one flower green because this is going to be the green layer of my flower. And I am going to click save. Okay, now we're going to do it again. Get the same image, go to complex, zoom out, advanced options, color tolerance at 100, reduce colors to 5, and this time, once again, getting rid of all of our background. This time we're going to go with the main part of our flower. So we are going to get rid of the stem and the leaves and the center circle. And as you see, we've got those same little pesky dots there from the preview screen. So if you zoom way in, and I like to do everything on this window, another option if you don't want to use the erase tool, if you have these little dots, is after you import the image to the design space, you can click on the contour tool and you can click on the contour tool and get rid of some of these little dots that way as well. And I will actually leave a few of these little dots on there. I'll leave the ones over here. Just to show how you do that after we import this. Get this into design space. Okay, so other than those few little dots we know are left, it looks good. So we're going to continue. You can see some of them over here. We're going to save as a cut file. Name this one Flower Pink, as it's our petals. And click Save. So now we have this and this, and for this particular image, if it was me, I probably wouldn't import any more layers than that, because you could easily make a circle for the center in design space. But just for the practice, we'll do it one more time, and you could always do this if you wanted the black outline around your flower as well. You could do this for that layer also. Okay, so color tolerance set at 100. 5. Get rid of our background. Get rid of our black layer and our stems and leaves. I almost made it too small for me to see. And get rid of our petals. All that's left is our little circle there. So click continue. There's our little circle again. Click on the right hand image, and I will call this one flower center. And we will save that. Okay, so now we have all three pieces of our flower that we want. Click on all three of them and click on Insert Images. Okay, so let's get in and work with this guy first. Remember, we had those few little dots that didn't erase. So we are going to select our image, go down here to the bottom right and click on Contour. And as you can see, it shows these two little dots. So we're going to click to get rid of that. And actually, I think that one's a petal, not a dot. So most of the dots disappeared. We only had the one left to get rid of. But if you have several dots, they'll just show up in the panel. You can either click them in the panel, or you can come over here and click them on the design, and when they're light gray like that, they aren't going to cut. So no more dots on our flower. We can go ahead and change these now to whatever colors we want. We'll make this one green. There we go. And put them back together. And I will select all and group so they stay together. There. And as you can see, we have all three of our colors now, very similar to the clip art picture we imported. And if we go to click Make It Now, they are cutting on three separate maps as a layered image. So I hope this video tutorial was helpful for some of you. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. And at some point, I hope to do a little more advanced version of this video as well for more complicated images. But just play around with it and practice with it. And really, the more of it you do, you'll find your own style, your own way of doing things, and you will be getting good at it in no time. I will see all of you later. Thanks. Bye.